Let us now look at the plot of the play. The preface of the play includes an Alajimo poem about the Yoruba traditional dance. It's a direct reference to the drivers' festival of Ogun, during which the actions of the play happen. The opening scene is quite elaborate. At the stroke of 5, the dawn breaks on the roadside shack, revealing a rugged fence and a corner of a church with stained glass window. The audience also sees the misspelled inscription Accident Store All Part Available on the shack and the back of an unbalanced, lopsided Bolekaja or Mammy wagon without its wheels. Sleeping on the benches and the floor are Samson, Salubi, Kotonu, and many other touts and drivers. Tout is a conductor. The godman Murano is sleeping under a table. Now, what is the significance of this? The stage setting sums up in a nutshell the shabbiness and desolation of these people who live off the thrown away junk of industrial society. Bolekaja is a light truck or lorry that has been converted to carry passengers. Objects like discarded beer case, the empty cans, a tiny mug amidst which they sleep highlight their derelict condition. Meticulously structured, the scene reflects upon all the important spheres of life: the spiritual, which is the church, the moral, Murano, the god under the table, is a god man, and the social, the people sleeping on the road. This scene foregrounds the rupture between the traditional wholeness of life and the present fragmentation. The accident store is a shop and a pleasure place for many of the layabouts. Most of them are drivers and touts of drivers and were once connected with some part of the lorry or tractor industry. Each night, these characters come to the accident store to drink palm wine. The store is a creation of the professor, formerly a Sunday school teacher and lay reader in the adjoining church, who has turned mystic and spiritual after having been dismissed from his job, allegedly for stealing from the church coffers. He has locked horns with the bishop. He now runs the driver's shack and auto repair store, accident store, all parts available. The opening scene is a mime in which Samson, Murano, and others are waking up one by one and goes about their business. We witness a conversation between Samson and Salubi. Both are talking on various issues of society like parody of the police force, the church, corruption, and the absurd morality of the wars. The central action of the play revolves around Kotonu and Samson. Kotonu, the son of a truck pusher, is the driver of a passenger truck. No danger and no delay. That's the name of the truck. He used to be an excellent driver according to his tout or conductor, Samson. Samson is worried that Kotonu, who has quit his job, will not be returning back to his profession. So Samson is not having a driver currently. He is trying to convince Kotonu to take up driving again. Kotonu is currently working with the professor in his accident store. Now, why has Kotonu stopped driving the truck? This is because he has met with two accidents, which we'll be discussing later. Now, Samson, he takes delight in dressing up and giving impersonations. And this propels the play forward because we get to see several flashbacks through him, Samson. Occasionally, Samson gets carried away, trapped by his impersonation, or even perhaps possessed but most of the time he's aware of what he is doing and just enjoys performing. Now, who is Salubi? Salubi is a driver in training. He is struggling to find money to acquire the license he needs to become employed as a driver. The professor and Salubi, they become accomplices in taking over Cotonu's license when he quits. Salubi also steals Cotonu's uniform, which the professor agrees to put his name, while the professor agrees to put his name on a forged version of Cotonu's license. Now, what do we know about the professor? He enters the scene after this conversation. The professor was a former lay reader and a Sunday school teacher at the church near the store. He has lost his position in the church after charges of embezzlement of funds and drunken misbehavior. He's the main character of the play, and this professor is obsessed to find the mysterious truth of life and death, which he calls the Word. The professor lives with Murano, a mute errand boy or servant with a limp. He had taken Murano when he found him along the road in a hearse, and he has put him to work in his accident store. The professor is a tall figure in Victorian outfit. He carries a